We'd like to welcome you to your Albert J. Ellis Airport. We'd like to extend a special welcome to our commissioners, Vice Chairman Bennett, Commissioners Buchanan and Price, to the library trustees, Friends of the Library, Airport Advisory Commission members, and the Chamber team. A classmate of my grandfather once said, "The more you read, the more you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go." All of us have read a book by this author, Dr. Theodore Seuss Geisel. Airports have been working for some time to enhance travel experience. From art to literature, we have developed partnerships that are hopefully brightening everyone's day. Now it's time to go to more places by turning the pages, or by air, of course. I would like to welcome our newest team member, Ms. Virginia Sharp Marsh. Thank you.
Welcome, commissioners, members of the airport, Mr. Cotton, library staff, and members of our community. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to help as we celebrate the partnership between Albert J. Ellis Airport and the Onslow County Public Library. This project started just over a year ago. It was a vision of Mrs. Estelle Carter, the former library director. She had heard about the project between the San Antonio Public Library and the San Antonio International Airport, where they placed this digital kiosk for their travelers within the airport. Seeing this idea, she thought, what a great idea that could take place within our own airport. The kiosk has the dual duties of being both a charging station and a digital download station. Mrs. Carter had the vision that the Albert J. Ellis Airport would be the perfect venue for such a kiosk, not only to meet the literacy needs of the everyday traveler, but to also meet the literacy needs through ease and accessibility for our many military men and servicewomen who pass through these gates daily. The library was pleased when the State Library of North Carolina also agreed with this vision and awarded a grant to fund this project. The grant was part of the, and I have to look because it's quite lengthy, part of the Federal Library Services and Technology Act, which is administered by the North Carolina State Library, a division of the Department of Natural and Cultural Resources. Locally, the LSTA grant was possible through the financial support of the Jacksonville Friends of the Library. With Mrs. Carter's retirement in June, library staff members Valerie Sutti, Deborah Wadley, and Karen Moore continued the project, and we'll hear more from Deborah and Karen here shortly as they demonstrate the kiosk. The library would like to recognize and thank those who made the project possible. Albert J. Ellis Airport, Chris White, the director, and Sandra Jansen, the manager of finance and administration, and their staff. Mr. David Cotton, interim county manager, and the county commissioners. The Jacksonville Friends of the Library, State Library of North Carolina, library staff, and others within the county government who have assisted in this process. So now what I'd like to do is I'd like to turn it over to Deborah and Karen, who are going to demonstrate the features of this kiosk.
I'm going to do a demo of our new digital library kiosk that is located at the Albert J. Ellis Airport. You can now download an ebook, an audiobook, or video while you wait for your flight. It's as simple as pressing ebook. If you have a library card, you can say yes to that. If you do not, you can get a 2-day visitor's pass. You can scroll through the selections. And as soon as you find something you would like to check out, you press that title. There is a link up here that says borrow. Send me a link to get this title. You can key in your phone number to have a text sent, or key in an email address to have an email sent. Right now I'm going to hide the details for privacy. And now I'm going to send a text. And in just a few minutes, or probably less, Karen should receive that text.
And I have it. You can borrow up to 3 items and enjoy them for 14 days. And it is on my phone. And I can begin reading.
So it's pretty amazing. In just a matter of a few seconds, you can actually have something to read while you wait for your flight. Or if you're a family member waiting for a loved one to return, you can also enjoy the kiosk and download ebooks, audiobooks, or videos. We'll show you a few other things at the digital kiosk that we have available as well. One is a photo booth. So you and your family members can make a memory if you would like and get a photo taken while you're here. And you have the ability to send it to yourself by email or share it with your friends and family on Facebook. Here's the list of our sponsors and funders that made this project possible. We also have a link to the Onslow County Public Library website. So if you're wanting to know more about our services, our programs and events for adults, kids, teens, and families, it's all listed on our website, as well as how to get a library card. We also have a link to the Albert J. Ellis Airport website, so you can get flight information and book a flight and check arrivals and departures. Whether you're visiting Onslow County or from Onslow County, if you wanted to find out what there is to see and do, you can go to the Onslow County Tourism website. And something that might come in handy if you're actually departing from OAJ is to check the temperature for where you're headed to. And you can do that quickly on the kiosk as well. And of course, you can always return back to get another book or audiobook or video. You can check up to 3 items.
Thank you, Deborah and Karen. And I would like to recognize some of the people that are part of our library and county organization. I would like to recognize members of our Library Advisory Board who are here. We have Brenda Johnson. That's Brenda. Brian Jackson and Faye Waters. And then a member of our Friends of the Jacksonville Friends of the Library, Sherry Crockett. And Sean Brown made it. Thank you, Sean. And Vicki Lavin, wonderful. And we'd also like to recognize the members of our County Board of Commissioners who have arrived. We have Royce Bennett, our Vice Chairman, Paul Buchanan, and Mark Price. And I believe one of them wants to say a few words.
On behalf of the Onslow County Board of Commissioners, we welcome you here. And it's very fortunate for myself because I've been dealing with this for 13 years. It's the 13th year as a county commissioner. I've been reelected my 4th term, and I've been here when we were at the old terminal, and Chris and I went through all that stuff when it had been added on 4, 5, and 6 times. And we went into this new facility, which is out of this world. It's one of the greatest facilities in the state. And I understand, and the librarian can correct me on this, this is the first kiosk in the state of North Carolina. So that's another first for us in Onslow County. And on behalf of the trustees, the staff, both the government staff, the library staff, the airport staff, it is just an amazing group of people to put this together and to get these things to work for our public. It makes it a little bit easier for the travelers. It's going to make it a lot easier for them to enjoy themselves before they board the aircraft. On behalf of the commissioners, we thank you.
And as we prepare for the ribbon cutting, I think Chris made a comment about me being one of the newest department heads. I came down to interview in August and actually flew down and was very impressed with the airport. So I mean, to have a visitor or a prospective employee come through the airport just really sets the tone very well for the county. So we'd like to invite Lorette and the chamber. We're going to do our ribbon cutting. Our commissioners could step forward, and our Friends of the Library and Library Board members. Any of the library staff who'd like to participate?
All right, if you just want to wait for just a minute, we're going to say anything. just a couple of words. Once again, an example of collaboration and partnership in our community. And I saw a book on here that I'm going to try to download before I get out of here. So go ahead, Brenna, do your thing.